Welcome, viewers! Many of you are probably wondering about this channel. After all, it just popped up and started uploading content without any introduction. I'm here to fix that. My name is Jacob, and today I am going to give you an intro to AV entertainment. Okay, so maybe this is more of a history lesson than an intro, but let's get to it. The studio was first created over Christmas break of 2007. I was 9 at the time, and I had, along with some of my friends, created a quote-unquote company called Triple J Tech, so named because the three of us who started it all had names beginning with J: Jacob, Jaden, and Josh. This name evolved many times, becoming first Triple J Tech Animation, then Triple J Tech Animation Studio, and the logo changed multiple times as well, slowly being refined over time. At one point, someone commented that the yellow arch in the logo looked like a banana. I changed it to red immediately. So when we first started, we wanted to make video games. I had already downloaded Blender 3D, a free animation and game production software, and had been learning the basics. Our first project was a Star Wars fan game titled Stormtrooper Wars. It was horrifically bad, and we knew it, but we kept on with it just for the fun of it. However, I quickly realized that my favorite part of making the game was animating the cutscenes, so I proposed that we try to make a movie. We tossed around a bunch of ideas, the majority of which will probably never see the light of day, but we finally settled on Spy Ants, a film about a young ant named Andy who teams up with a human named Jason to defeat Baron von Spider and his evil robotic army. It was Jaden who originally proposed the idea, but I was the one to write the screenplay for it. Anyway, we only ever completed about 1/4 of the first scene of the movie before realizing we had bitten off more than we could chew. I like to think that even then my animation skills weren't horrible, but at the same time they were far from good. But the real issue with Spy Ants was my character modeling skills. At the time, I had no idea how to properly model a character, and hence the Spy Ants characters looked like they were in a high-definition version of Minecraft. So we postponed the movie temporarily while I tried to work on my character modeling skills. Around this time, Josh told me that he would like to pursue other interests. I can't say I was surprised. He hadn't really been involved much even from the start, and I wasn't about to tell him off for losing interest in something he wanted to do when he was 8. Anyway, once I had created a few satisfactory characters, I set to work reanimating Spy Ants. This time, I was determined that it would be spectacular. Well, almost. This shot took 26 hours to render, and it wasn't nearly as cool as I anticipated. Nope, not even close. This was the moment when I realized that Spy Ants was still too complicated for me to make at the time. And besides, I had been reading the screenplay over and over, and I was beginning to notice how childish most of the dialogue was. I liked the overall plot and the characters too much to scrap the film though. While the original version of Spy Ants will never make it to the big screen, Jason and Andy, along with their story, will be revived at some point in the future, in a film titled Vigilante Heroes. Now I know what you're thinking, it sounds like a really generic children's film. Well, I can assure you, this film will be far from generic and by no means a children's film. Just wait, you'll be surprised. But I'm getting off topic. Around the time that I was attempting to restart Spy Ants, Jaden and I had a disagreement over one of our planned films. Now I'm not going to go into much detail here, but suffice to say it was bad enough that Jaden and I stopped talking to each other for about a month. During that time, while I was really upset, I channeled that energy into a 10-minute horror short titled The Basement. By now you probably all know that one. A couple weeks after The Basement was completed, Jaden and I managed to repair our friendship. However, during that time he had created a studio of his own, Movie Master Studios. As he and I talked, it became increasingly obvious that this was a good call on his part, as he and I had different ideas of what type of film to make. While he favors detective films and sitcoms, I would rather produce high-intensity action films. We were both kind of bummed out by this, because we still enjoyed working together on projects. Around this time, I decided on a much easier project to work on, and one I had been tossing around in my head for a while: the Minecraft movie. I threw together a script and got to work, and Jaden agreed to voice one of the characters. While working on the Minecraft movie, I started to try to spread the word about my studio, to try and get more people interested. In doing so, I quickly realized that the name Triple J Tech Animation Studio was far too long for people to remember, so I started brainstorming a new, original name. In the end, I came up with AV Entertainment, with AV standing for audio video. A quick Google search revealed that the name had not been taken, so I quickly claimed it. My logo, and furthermore its reveal animation, drew some inspiration from the YouTube channel Element Animation. Shout out to them, they're awesome, and inspired me a lot. Not long after, I began to lose interest in Minecraft, and consequently, I didn't feel as motivated to make the Minecraft movie anymore. Production slowly declined, and then ground to a halt. Still, it was a good few months after that, before I finally decided that I needed to cancel the Minecraft movie altogether, and move on to a new project. I was sad to see it go, but even though I only ever completed 9 minutes and 30 seconds of it, I felt that it had advanced my animation skills enough that I was ready to take on a more original, more complex project. I had written a short film tied into the basement titled Planet War, but the project never got off the ground, so I recycled the characters and started work on an original sci-fi semi-short film titled Xanthuria. This project comes with a twist. I am designing it from the ground up for virtual reality. Yes, that's right, Xanthuria will be compatible with and watchable on the Oculus Rift and Gear VR. Sorry all you HTC Vive people out there, but as I don't have access to a Vive, you're out of luck. For now anyway. While I began production on Xanthuria, Jaden had begun writing the Lone Wolf concept, a short sketch about an introverted, depressed man who is hiding from some horrific event of his past. However, after Jaden presented the 2-minute sketch to me, his imagination ran away from him, and soon 3 pages turned into 25. After reading the finished screenplay, I was so excited for it that he and I agreed to collaborate on it. Looking ahead at the type of content I want to make, as well as the type of story presented in the Lone Wolf concept, I realized that my rounded off blue and white logo was far too soft and inviting, and would give people the wrong idea about the studio. Drawing inspiration from multiple sources, I created a new logo and an animated reveal sequence, and I tried my hand at music production. Using the free program LMMS, I created a 30-second track to go with the logo reveal. Satisfied, I began to make plans with Jaden to film the Lone Wolf concept. Now here we are at present day, with this video releasing parallel with the Lone Wolf concept. I hope you've enjoyed this video and the content we've produced so far. This is only the very beginning of a stream of original, awesome content from AV Entertainment, as well as some really cool collaborations with Movie Master Studios. Thank you for watching!